Yo, what's up, guys? Alex Baker for Stokastic here. Going to be building some lineups on FanDuel for you, week 4. And week 4, it's looking like a pretty interesting one, so it should be fun. We got the lineup generator all synced up for FanDuel right now, so I'm just going to go in here and start to build a few lineups. And then we'll see if we can find some good ones. So Baltimore, Lamar, I've been like not playing him and nearly enough, and he's been dominant, so that's been really hurting. I think that we can probably stack up one guy with Lamar pretty comfortably because we got Lamar's rushing upside, so he doesn't really need to go bananas passing to be in a monster lineup, and they are a underdog this week, I think. So let's build a Lamar lineup. So this one definitely has shootout written all over it. Maybe my contrarian play is not stacking it up because we can expect Buffalo to go out there and put up some points. They don't need to necessarily have a ceiling game for the Ravens to have one. So that's usually the criteria I'm looking at. Zeke, that definitely seems like a more contrarian play. That is going to be important because we stacked up a very popular stack. And Derrick Henry, I think that he showed his upside last week. We knew it was there. It's kind of last year, it seemed like he broke slates like every other week. So I haven't quite seen it at that level yet, but certainly a great player. DJ Moore, that's a sleeper for me. He's just been underperforming, but that can obviously flip in a week for a wide receiver. Robbie Anderson, I don't hate having two wide receivers from the same team in a lineup with Lamar because, like, the worry here would be that Baker outscores Lamar and then he's in the winning lineup. But the price gap between the two is significant. So I'm not as worried about that. All right, Mike Williams, Josh Palmer is those are the wide receivers left here, and I like both of those guys with Keenan Allen out. Raiders defense. It's so easy. It almost feels like cheating. All right, projection 112. Let's say that's like as you can see, that's not like super high this week. I think in the 120s is like high, but we can do this projection if we're this contrarian. So really contrarian, decent projection. I think this is a pretty intriguing lineup. Guys, we got 3 days free at Stokastic where you can take advantage of all these tools. And all you have to do is click the link in the description below. They'll take you all the way through Monday's slate. Try these tools, win some money. And then once you do that, then stick around and hopefully we can get those big GPP wins. All right, lineup 2. So the first place I start is with the top stacks, just trying to figure out what my stack is. Raiders are always a great stack because they pass so much. So let's do a Raider stack. Now, Hunter Renfrow is very much in question this week. So it does make it a little bit tougher to know who to play here. But Devontae Adams, I'm definitely playing. Damn, the projection on Darren Waller is not great. If Renfrow's in, certainly play him. If he's not, Matt Collins. He did it last week. Like, actually, now I'm thinking about it, a lot of people might have him if Hunter Renfrow's out, but that's okay. Do we need to run it back? This would be one where I lean a little bit more towards a run back because the Raiders are favored in this game. For them to like put up a ceiling and have 30 plus points, you're going to want to see something from the Broncos. And I do lean wide receiver when I do these game stacks. So Judy versus Sutton, looks like Judy is much lower owned. So in a more popular stack, that can be a good tiebreaker. All right. The guys you don't want to miss this week, I'd say, are Jamal Williams for the Lions, Khalil Herbert for the Bears. He's actually priced up this week, so I don't think he's a mandatory play, but definitely interesting. Josh Jacobs, another guy that's really killer. Actually, let's get in Jacobs. I'm going to take out Mac Hollins just because it's a little bit early to know if we want to play him. Since he went off last week, I think he could be over-owned if Hunter Renfrow is back. All right. And then Romeo Dobbs, really good play on FanDuel this week because the price hasn't accounted for the fact that he played on 90% of the snaps. He's been getting a lot of targets. Tight end. Let's come back to tight end once we got a defense. So I think we can get a pretty good defense here. The Giants D, I think that's a solid option because Fields gets sacked a ton. And then he's not that great at passing either. So really, what don't you love? All right, 7,100 per player. I think we probably need to put in Mark Andrews. We got the salary. And that leaves us with 5,900. And that's enough. Actually, Herbert looks like. Shoot, this is, I'm looking at the FanDuel page. My bad. All right, we got 5,900. Michael Carter's 5,700. Richie James 5,500. Josh Palmer 5,800. Let me just throw in Michael Carter and see will this lineup be at all viable. All right, so we got a really good projection of 121. A little on the chalkier side, but we got several contrarian plays. We got Dobbs, Judy, Carter. So I like this lineup. All right, last lineup. Let's go something funky here. Green Bay 2%, Houston 2%, Indianapolis 1.7%. That's kind of interesting. So I think really any of these. Let's go with Green Bay. I want to see how this line looks. So Rodgers plus Dobbs. And then Tanyan is definitely an option. AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones all look good. Aaron Jones does receive a little bit more, so maybe in the stack he fits a little bit nicer. And then the Patriots are starting a backup QB, so that's going to hurt everyone's production. And I think that you sometimes see games with a bad quarterback where the other team just dominates the time of possession and plays. So I think, this is a situation where I might not necessarily run back just because the New England plays aren't good enough. All right, running back, Jamal Williams is our top one this week, but Christian McCaffrey is not far behind. He hasn't really busted out yet, but he's shown some flashes, and the playing time has been encouraging. All right, at wide receiver, Dobbs is one of the top ones. Brandon Cooks is super cheap this week, and I think he's a great play. Let's get him in there. Drake London, the rookie that's really been doing well. And then tight end. All right, I always like picking the defense first because it's a little bit easier to map the salary. So the Steelers defense, they're kind of the pay up option versus the Jets versus Zach Wilson. But we got the salary to make this work, unless we go expensive tight end. But there's some good ones that we can go to that aren't expensive. TJ Hawkinson without Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions this week is a great option. And let's see, 7,700 left. It looks like Pittman is 7,500. So it's a little bit of an awkward fit because I don't love Pittman this week, but we got a good projection, 118. Contrarian ranking well above that threshold we need of above 5%. So, guys, I think this is a pretty solid GBP lineup, and hopefully you guys can use some of these as a starting point for your lineups for Sunday. Don't forget about that free 3-day trial. Just go in the description and click that link below. If you haven't already subscribed for Stokastic YouTube, make sure to do that to see all of our content leading you all the way up to game time. And guys, good luck this week, and let me know what you thought about these lineups in the comments. Thanks.